What if you lived in a town, or at least thought you did, until one day a new spray-painted line said you were outside of the town limits? That's exactly what's happening in Owen County in the town of Spencer. It was just too much. Ken Owen had to go there, had to figure out what's going on to get the line, so to speak, on this story. Ken?
Precisely, Clyde. Spencer is holding a special election for town board and clerk treasurer Tuesday. It's necessary because a judge threw out the very close results of November's election, partly because it was argued that people who technically do not live in Spencer were still allowed to vote. There are things you expect to see when an election rolls around, and then there are things you typically see in another kind of race.
Yeah, it is odd, but there's a lot of odd things nowadays, so who knows?
These newly spray-painted pink lines show where Spencer's official limits end. People on the inside can vote. Out means no. But in some other places, the boundaries aren't quite so clear. There's no in or out marked here, but it's safe to assume the people living on this private drive will be out of luck election day.
We're needing you, a great deal of strength in your voice.
The lines are the work of Jack Zimmerman. He teaches agriculture at the high school and is on the town election board.
We got to talking about it, the election board, and we decided there was perhaps some way that we could really mark the edge of the town to where people would know. Because again, some people honestly did not know they were not in town.
We figured we were in St. Louis for years, and it's just kind of big hoo-ha about nothing.
Mark Burnham lives in an apartment complex that is now out. He's lived and voted in Spencer for 30 years and is now apparently a former resident, even though he still gets a lot from Spencer.
You know, city water, the city police answer any calls, the fire department comes, so whatever, you know, it's all part of city services. Why couldn't we vote?
The November election results were tossed out because it's believed some non-residents voted then. The registration list has since been thinned down. These new lines are meant to send a message in pink.
We couldn't use certain colors because those are the ones utilities use, and so when I went to Walmart and looked for colors, I was down to pink and purple, and pink was what they had on sale, so we're using pink lines.
Ain't that America? Jack Zimmerman says he's had complaints from people who say his lines are off. He says the solution, in the final solution, will be to consider annexing the properties that fall outside of the town boundaries, but that obviously won't be happening before Tuesday. Martha?
Okay, interesting. Thanks, Ken.